actinomycetes, these are the link. It will be showing linkage. These are the link between fungi and bacteria. So it will be showing the connection link between fungi as well as the bacteria. So link between one eukaryotic group, that is fungi, actinomycetes, that is link between fungi and bacteria. So these are the linkage. So we have to prove that because we are talking about actinomycetes. Definitely actinomycetes, these are the belonging to bacteria category because we are see this point under the kingdom Monera. But we have to remember actinomycetes, basically these are the showing linkage between the two groups. Number one, that is fungi, and the another one, that is bacteria. So we are study about how that particular a specific group of actinomycetes, they belong into two categories. So there's just some property. Actinomycetes, it has some property. Those are examples to fungi as well as those are examples to bacteria also. So first of all, we are talking about which property. Those are examples to bacteria. Why we say that is actinomycetes? These are the belonging to category, that is bacterial category. Okay, bacteria. So first of all, when we are talking about these actinomycetes, it is example of gram-positive bacteria. And I hope you remember we already discussed what is meaning of this gram-positive and the gram-negative. Okay, so these are the gram-positive bacteria under the gram staining. Second part, cell wall. Tell me, bacterial cell wall, these are the made up of which material? Bacterial cell wall, these are the made up of which material? Bacterial cell wall. Which material, Nihal? Komal? Peptidoglycan. Yes, Pratyusha. So cell wall, these are the made up of the material peptidoglycan. Peptidoglycan. So 100% when we are talking about such typical structure that is cell wall of actinomycetes. So even that cell wall also these are the made up of the material that is peptidoglycan material. Another condition we already discussed about in case of the eukaryotic system, nucleus is present and such type of this eukaryotic structure means nucleus structure totally absent but genetic material is present and that genetic material simply these are represented by one word that is nucleoid. Remember, so in case of this bacteria, nucleoid present. So these are the some property of actinomycetes. We discussed these are the showing linkage between the bacteria as well as the fungi. So we are talking about which property? Number one, these are the example of the gram-positive bacteria. That's why we can say actinomycetes, these are the bacteria. Number second, it has the cell wall. Cell wall it is made up of the material peptidoglycan material. And the number third, we are talking about genetic material is present. And that genetic material simply it is called as the typical structure that is nucleoid. Okay. So these are the some property, those resembles to bacteria. Now immediately we have to discuss which property. Why we say it will be showing the connecting link between the bacteria as well as the fungi because it has the some properties, right? So we are talking about some properties with respect to fungi. So second category we are talking about some property those are resembles to fungi. Number one, first condition, whenever we are talking about in case of this actinomycetes, actinomycetes it's showing the asexual mode of reproduction. Okay, definitely bacteria hai to division karega. Can you tell me which type of asexual mode of reproduction it is very much common in case of bacteria? Which type of asexual mode of reproduction? Very much common in case of bacteria. Pooja, which one? Yes, Pratusha, fission, binary fission. So binary fission, these are the mostly very much common in case of bacteria. But when we talk about the actinomycetes, these are the resemblance to fungi with respect to one property that is asexual mode of reproduction. Asexual mode of reproduction. So we are taking example, which type of this asexual mode of reproduction it is present in case of this actinomycetes. Number one, they can form conidia. they can form a conidia, and I hope you remember conidia. These are the one type of these spores, right? As well as it can form oidia spore. So tell me, this conidia and the oidia, what is these are? These are the example of these spores. More specific, these are example of asexual spores. Okay, we discuss this part later in case of this kingdom fungi. So oidia, these are the spores which is specifically present in case of this fungus. But we are talking about in case of this actinomycetes, these are belonging to bacteria. But some property, some point, these are the resemblance to fungi. And we are taking the first property which is resemblance to fungi, mode of asexual reproduction. And here, which common process is there? There is a process of this one common process, that is conidia, and the another one, that is oidia, and both these are example of asexual spore. Okay, so these are the first property which is resembles to fungi. Second one, which is resembles to fungi in with respect to actinomycetes, presence of filamentous structure. So we are talking about, that is presence of, just one second. So we are talking about, that is present of filamentous structure. Presence of the typical structure, that is filamentous structure. Filamentous. And we'll discuss this part later. Filamentous structure, nothing but we are talking about the typical structure like mycelium. So when we talk about a typical structure of the bacteria Actinomycetes, it has the filamentous structure. And filamentous structure, nothing but we are talking about, it has the typical structure. That typical structure, nothing but we are talking about mycelium structure. Which structure? Mycelium. I hope you remember. Have you seen the mushroom? Yes, when you uproot the mushroom from the soil portion, at the bottom there is a presence of something a root-like structure. It is not a root, something a fiber-like structure, something a network-like structure. That structure, definitely these are called as the mycelium. Mycelium, right? And what is the mycelium? Mycelium, mostly these are the associated with the structure of the fungus. It is associated with the structure of the fungi. But when we talk about actinomycetes, actinomycetes, it has the branch structure, filamentous structure, and that filamentous structure simply it is called as the mycelium. Same ये point हम repeat करेंगे in kingdom fungi. What is meaning of conidia? What is meaning of oidia? Both these are the type of the asexual spore, means which is formed from the single parent. And body structure, because see, when we talk about, already we discussed this point. Bacteria, it has this shape like rod shape, cocci shape, spiral shape, comma shape. These are the very common shape with bacteria. But in this structure, we are talking about filamentous structure. Filamentous, right? So it having the fiber-like structure like this. आप ऐसे लिख सकते हो like this. These are the structure, typical structure of the filamentous. Fiber-like structure. So this structure, nothing but these are the mycelium structure, filamentous structure. Okay. So these are the two property. That's why we write down one sentence, that is actinomycetes. These are the belonging to category, that is connecting link between bacteria as well as the fungi. But please remember, with respect to genetic material, with respect to cell wall composition, these are the totally belongings to which category? These are the actinomycetes we have to study under the kingdom Monera, because definitely some property, these are the resembles to eukaryotic fungi, but maximum property they are resembles to bacterial cell. That's why actinomycetes we have to study under the kingdom Monera, but in special category. Okay. पहला हमने स्पेशल कैटेगरी देखा था साइनोबैक्टीरिया, also called as the BGA. Second category we discussed mycoplasm. Third category we discussed actinomycetes. Definitely these are the bacteria, but something that differ from other bacteria. That's why we are talking about special bacterial condition, special bacterial category. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? Yes or no? Yes or no? Siddhi, filamentous bacteria means what? Like this. It is having like this structure. Nostoc, remember, ये कैसा है? These are the filament, fiber-like structure. If long elongated structure, that time we have to use the word that is filamentous. Got it, Siddhi? Now stop. The cyanobacteria again, these are the special category. That's why we are talking about multicellular branch filamentous structure. But here we are talking about actinomycetes. It's having body structure similar to fungi, but fungi it is having structure like this. Mycelium structure it is having like this. Branch structure. Just imagine base of the mushroom. Got it? Chalo. Now we are talking about significance of actinomycetes. Okay, chalo. Write down the title. Significance of actinomycetes. Of actinomycetes. Okay. Now, in this condition, first of all, we are talking about first significance, which is very common. Actinomycetes, these are the major group of the bacteria who mostly involved in antibiotic production. So, we are talking about more than 100 antibiotic, more than 100 antibiotic produced from actinomycetes group. These are the produced from actinomycetes group. More than 100 means these are the very large condition. Okay, so please highlight this point. Major significance, we are talking about whatever we are studying the maximum antibiotic. So this maximum antibiotic basically is belonging to which category? These are the belonging to actinomycetes group. If you want, you can write down the first example. Is one example which is antibiotic example, streptomycin. First example, that is streptomycin. Streptomycin, these are the one antibiotic. These are the one antibiotic, and now this antibiotic isolated, harvested from bacteria, that is streptomycin. It is harvested from the bacteria, that is Streptomyces bacteria. And please remember, the Streptomyces bacteria, these are the belonging to which group? These are the belonging to Actinomycetes group. Now, in this condition, quickly tell me, streptomycin antibiotic, these are the narrow spectrum or these are the broad spectrum? These are the narrow spectrum or broad spectrum? Streptomycin. Yes, Pratyusha, these are the example of the broad spectrum antibiotic. And what is the meaning of the broad spectrum? Broad spectrum means the antibiotic who kill gram-positive as well as the gram-negative bacteria, because streptomycin antibiotic inhibit protein synthesis. So that's why all type of the bacteria, they easily affected by exposuring, by application of streptomycin antibiotic. And remember, streptomyces, these are the name of the bacteria which is belonging to category Actinomycetes group. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? First significance, that is mostly these are the involved during the antibiotic production. Chalo. Second category, and again there is a one question from this point. Actinomycetes, even they also play very important role during the nitrogen fixation. Okay, nitrogen fixation, and here I am taking best example, that is Frankia. The bacteria who belonging to category, who belonging to group, that is Actinomycetes group, Frankia, right? This Frankia, it will be showing symbiotic association, symbiotic give and take relationship. Okay, symbiotic association, it will be showing symbiotic relationship with root nodules of non-leguminous plant. Yeah, so it will be showing Frankia, name of the bacteria underlined because these are the biological name. Symbiotic relationship with roots. More specific, we are talking about with root nodules of non-leguminous plant. Of non-leguminous plant. Okay. Don't confuse between the rhizobium. Rhizobium again we'll discuss in case of nitrogen fixation process like mineral nutrition. Rhizobium, these are the bacteria again showing the symbiotic association, but they infect leguminous plant. Area सब कुछ same है. Rhizobium bacteria, symbiotic association, area that is root nodule, but they mostly infect with leguminous plant. Now in this scenario, we are talking about area part side that is root nodule, but they specifically infect which plant? Non-leguminous plant. And under this condition, we are taking some examples of non-leguminous plant. Number one, Myrica, Ulmus. Number second, Ulmus. Number third, Casuarina, and the last one, Ginkgo. Okay, so these are the four examples of the plant where Frankia showing association, give and take relationship, symbiotic association with such type of this bacteria. And out of this category, first three, that is Myrica, Ulmus, and the Casuarina, all these three, these are the example of the plant that is angiospermic plant. These are the angiospermic plant. And the Ginkgo, these are the single plant which is belonging to which category? Gymnosperm. Got it? So Myrica, Ulmus, Casuarina, these are the three examples which is belonging to group that is angiosperm. Ginkgo, these are the example which is belonging to group that is gymnosperm. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? Yes or no? Okay, chalo. So now these are the two major significance with respect to actinomycetes. Number one, majorly this group involved during the antibiotic production, and the number second, these are the again involved in nitrogen fixation. Okay. So in margin, in your notebook margin, please write down this information. Margin में लिखना, okay. So we are talking about one bacteria, Rhizobium bacteria. One bacteria, Rhizobium bacteria. Rhizobium bacteria also it will be showing symbiotic relationship. Symbiotic, give and take relationship. They infect the root nodules. Symbiotic association relationship. Okay, relationship. Now, if you are talking about site again, that is root nodule, no change, root nodule, but they specifically infect which plant? Legume plant. They mostly infect which plant? Legume plant. So please don't confuse between the Rhizobium bacteria and the Frankia. Rhizobium bacteria showing symbiotic relationship infect root nodules to leguminous plant. But Frankia, these are the example of the actinomycetes, belong to actinomycetes category. Symbiotic relationship, showing the symbiotic relationship with plant area that is root nodule, but plant these are belonging to non-leguminous category. And just we discuss example Casuarina, Ulmus, Myrica, 3 angiosperm and 1 gymnosperm. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? Nihal, Pratyusha, Komal, Deepika, Deepa. Okay, Siddhi. Samarth. Okay. Should I continue? Ha, Samarth. See, don't worry. Whatever is going on, if you not understand today, just take some time, because I can understand this is for a first class. So some time is required to understand the language, because ये जो बाकी के बच्चे they aware with how to write down. But please remember this thing. This all these points, these are the very important according to your exam. We are not taking too much extra part. We have to study only syllabus point of view, only focus study, because board exam is over now, because we have to only target that is NEET. That's it. Chalo. So this point is over. Don't worry, I'll share that. Okay, Samar, I'll share. Yeah. So next part, these are the end with the actinomycetes. I just want to write down one example with respect to Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Tuberculosis. Mycobacterium tuberculosis, basically again these are the belonging to group Actinomycetes, because Actinomycetes is a quite larger group. Okay, so again these are the belonging to Actinomycetes, and I hope you know Mycobacterium tuberculosis, that is responsible for one disease, that is TB disease. Okay, it is responsible for the one disease, that is TB. So this Mycobacterium tuberculosis also belonging to which category? Actinomycetes category. Frankia hai, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, these are the two. Again Streptomyces. So these are the three examples which is mentioned in your syllabus belonging to category Actinomycetes. Got it? Oh, chalo. So now we are talking about end of the kingdom Monera with special, very special type of the bacteria, that is Archaebacteria, primitive bacteria, living fossils, which can survive under extreme condition. Yeah. So should I continue? Should I continue next part? Okay, Siddhi, chalo. So next part, we are talking about last category of the kingdom Monera, Archaebacteria. And Archaebacteria, these are also called as the living fossil. Just a second. Okay, chalo. Write down the title. Yes, Komal. Archaebacteria, basically these are the first bacteria present on the earth. Extrinsic allergic examples of the actinomycetes. Yes, you can tell that. Yes, Aman. Certain allergic reaction also it is caused because it is having the mycelium structure, and even they can produce the spores. So due to that spores, sometimes allergic reactions also cause. Only because of spores, because actinomycetes, it is having some point, some mode of reproduction, it is resembles to fungi, and we know that pollen grains also they cause the some allergic reaction, spores also they cause the allergic reaction. So some people might be possible they suffered with the allergic reaction due to spore, like conidia, like oidia. Okay, Aman. Okay, chalo. Next category, we are talking about very special category, that is Archaebacteria. And if you study the previous part of the NEET examination, last 10 years NEET examination, maximum question it is coming from comparison between the Eubacteria and the Archaebacteria. Maximum such type of this question. Okay. Eubacteria and the Archaebacteria. So if you want to skip any part from this biological classification, I must say half portion of fungi you can left, doesn't matter. Even the living world also maximum you have to just check, just revise only once, because from the living world only one question. But kingdom owner, it's very important, because such point again we are taking repeatedly in case of microbe. Same point is again repeated. So kingdom Monera you have to learn very carefully. So we are talking about category that is Archaebacteria. Archaebacteria basically these are the connecting link between the eubacteria and the eukaryotes. So we are talking about, it will be showing connection, connecting link, connection link between eubacteria. Okay, I'm talking about eubacteria because अब तक हमने जो category देखा था all these are the eubacteria. All these are the eubacteria. Cyanobacteria, Actinomycetes, BGA, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, other rod shape, spiral shape, cocci shape, all these are the bacteria, these are the belonging to category eubacteria. But now we are talking about a special condition that is Archaebacteria. So it is showing link between the eubacteria and as well as eukaryotes. Okay, connection link. Now what happened? When you talk about any lineage or when you start from phylogenetic analysis, so we are talking about phylogenetic analysis. And phylogenetic analysis, nothing but we are talking about that is evolutionary study. These are also called as evolutionary study. So when you start from any point like phylogenetic analysis or evolutionary study point of view, now initially eubacteria are present. Initially we can say these are the means initially actually Archaebacteria they get involved, but now what happened? Now there is some connection link, there is a presence of this eubacteria on the bottom. Now at the higher level there is a presence of the eukaryotes. Higher position it is present of the eukaryotes like kingdom Protista, kingdom fungi, plantae, animalia, and between these two there is another lineage is present, and that lineage nothing but these are called as the Archaebacteria, because Archaebacteria it's means it has some properties, some body structure which is resembles to eukaryote. That's why we can say Archaebacteria eukaryotes because दोनों के properties present है. So we later discuss which property present in case of Archaebacteria, which resembles to eubacteria as well as which resemble to eukaryotes. So these are the first point with respect to connection, and these are the eubacteria, Archaebacteria. It will be showing evolutionary relationship among the organism. They can represent phylogenetic analysis among the organism. So due to this point, Archaebacteria, these are also called as the living fossil. See, we are using the fossil. Fossil कब use करेंगे? When it is become part of history, when it is part of evolution. Dinosaur we obtain in fossil form, right? But in this scenario, we are talking about living fossil. Why we are using living fossil? जब से Earth बना है, approximately 4.5 billion years ago, these are the Earth origin, right? So there is a presence of some organism. That organism nothing but we are talking about primitive organism. Primitive. Because initially there is totally anaerobic environments are there, hydrogen gas are there, ammonia present, lighting effect, all these are the scenario. Now what happened? Such primitive organism means we are talking about Archaebacteria. Archaebacteria not, or we can say these are the present on the earth without change. Present on earth without change. So if such scenario is present, like primitive organisms, definitely, but still these are the present. Now in current scenario, these are the present on the earth, but without change. That's why at that scenario, Archaebacteria simply we can represent these are the living fossil, because still initially be present, right? Because you know that under the hydrothermal vent, these are the area where first organism can be found. And we know that hydrothermal vent means is extremely hot condition, anaerobic condition. Still at that temperature, Archaebacteria also survive. So पहले भी present है in primitive environment. Still now these are the present without change. That's why we can say these are the example of the living fossil. But we have to remember one thing. Archaebacteria, definitely they differ from the eubacteria, but still they are belonging to category that is gram-negative category. Archaebacteria, these are the examples of the gram-negative bacteria. Gram-negative. And I hope you remember gram-negative means we are talking about less concentration of peptidoglycan. Right? Ha, Pratpuja, just wait. Phylogenetic analysis means we are talking about evolutionary study, evolutionary relationship. For example, your grandparents, now parents, grandparents, now parents, now then you. So there is some lineage, there is some family tree. We know that what is our ancestor. We simply say that we are the mammals. Birds भी हमारे ancestor हैं, reptiles also are ancestors, even Pisces, fishes also are ancestors, right? Birds also these are their ancestors. Why we are say? Because we having some evolutionary relationship among those organisms. Same scenario with respect to archaebacteria. Archaebacteria, now these are the showing some connection link. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. So we are talking about that is archaebacteria. These are the showing some connection because just we discussed archaebacteria. These are the connecting to eubacteria as well as connecting to eukaryotes. Means what? When we talk about, we discuss that part later. Which property these are the resembles to prokaryote. Evolutionary study. Evolution means what? Some parts, some at some point of view it is resembles to bacteria, normal bacteria, as well as these are the resembles to eukaryotes. That's why we can say it will be showing some evolutionary study. We used for the phylogenetic analysis. Got it? Got it?
Excuse me, ma'am. I had a question.
Okay, just wait. Komal. Maximum all archaebacteria they are belonging to gram negative category because what is meaning of gram negative, gram positive is depend upon the cell wall composition. So we discuss that part later how that cell wall composition is differ from archaea and the eubacteria. Okay, so this part is clear. We are talking about archaebacteria. These are the gram negative bacteria. These are the living cell as well as we have to write down these are the primitive bacteria. Primitive bacteria, and now these are the showing connecting link between the eubacteria as well as the eukaryotes. Got it? Yeah. So please divide
Excuse
your
me,
page
ma'am.
section. Now we are taking what is the exactly
I had a question regarding this archaebacteria link. You said
hmm.
like archaebacteria forms a link between eubacteria and eukaryotes, but archaebacteria came first. Then how did it evolve when it's also said as a living fossil?
See what happening. Basically, archaebacteria it having some modification with respect to their cell wall composition, with respect to their plasma membrane. So they has tendency they can survive at extreme temperature, low temperature, high temperature, acidic, basic. Even they are showing the antibiotic resistance activity also. So now what happened? Environment change. Why bacteria undergo the change? Why we are showing the evolution part? Because if environment change, ultimately DNA change, and if DNA change, ultimately morphology get change. But now due to their resistance activity, archaebacteria initially be present there at primitive environment, and still these are the we can form as a living form, living fossil form, because of they having tendency they can mold according to environment. Got it?
So that means they did not evolve during this entire time. That means.
See, when you see any typical part of the evolution, during the evolution, you know very well which organism these are the first. Chemoheterotrophic bacteria, these are the first. Yes or no? Chemoheterotroph. These are the first organism.
Yes.
Means heterotroph से depend upon the chemical. उसके बाद क्या बना? Chemoautotropic, then the photoheterotroph, photoautotroph. These are the some criteria. So now we are talking about definitely archaebacteria. Initially, those archaebacteria do get evolved. These are the chemoheterotrophic bacteria. Chemoheterotroph. But there is a, without change means what we are talking about. They initially at primitive environment they present and still these are the present. थोड़ा बहुत तो modification हुआ होगा because archaebacteria is having the different types like methanogen or halophiles or thermoacidophiles. So this depend upon the environment. But we are talking about common group of bacteria, that is archibacteria, who having tendency survive at extreme condition. Got it, Kamal?
Yes, got it. Thank
Okay,
you.
chalo. Yeah, chalo. So next part we are talking about exactly main difference. Why we say archibacteria, these are the survive in extreme condition. Why these are the primitive bacteria? Why these are the showing connection link? Why these are the having differ? So divide your page into two part, and now we are taking the exactly very basic difference with respect to primitive bacteria, that is archibacteria, and the another bacteria, that is eubacteria. Okay, eubacteria. Now first composition we are talking about with respect to cell wall, first difference. Now tell me, what kind of the cell wall material in case of eubacteria? What kind of the material present? Cell wall material in case of eubacteria. We discussed this part. There is a presence of which part? Peptidoglycan, right? So cell wall, these are the made up of the material, simply that material, simply we can say that is peptidoglycan. And this peptidoglycan in other language, these are also called as the murine. Both these are the true. You can say peptidoglycan or you can say that is murine. Now this peptidoglycan and murine, peptido means protein part and glycan means what? Carbohydrate part. So this murine and the peptido, it has the two part. It has the two part. Number one, that is part peptide. First part, that is peptide, and peptide nothing but we are talking about typical composition of amino acid, because amino acid they link with each other with peptide bond and they form a peptide, that is small chain of protein, they form a peptide. Now what happened when you compare the another point, peptido to ye ho gaya. Now we are talking about part of the glycan. Glycan part means we are talking about that is part of sugar. You can say glycan or simply you can say that is part of sugar. And now this glycan or sugar, it has the two types of sugar. Modified sugar, okay? These are the some modified sugar. Number one, that is NAM. I hope you remember, we'd say the one code word, Mahatma Gandhi. One is NAM and another one is NAG. Quickly tell me what is the long form of NAM and what is the long form of NAG. NAM stand for N acetyl, M for what? N-acetyl. So these are the common with respect to NAM and NAG. Change with respect to only single word. True. M stand for muramic acid. M stand for muramic acid. Right? NAM, Mahatma Gandhi. N-A-M. NAM. And when we are talking about that is part that is NAG, N-A-G, that is glucosamine. Glucosamine, right? That is ANG. So these are the basic composition which is present with respect to normal eubacterial cell wall. Cell wall, it is made up of the material peptidoglycan. Peptidoglycan also called as the murine. This peptidoglycan having the some part peptide, that is amino acid, another part that is glycan, sugar, carbohydrate part, but it is not a normal sugar. These are the modified sugar like NAM and NAG, N-acetyl muramic acid and NAG, that is N-acetyl glucosamine. Now we are talking about quickly what kind of the cell wall present in case of archibacteria. This part is over. Writing part is over. Okay, chalo. Back to pavilion. We are talking about that is archibacteria. Cell wall of the archibacteria, because archibacteria they has tendency they can survive at extreme temperature. So something is different, right? Because cell wall, these are the outermost layer who involved in the protection, who responsible for give the shape of the particular bacteria. So we are talking about, whenever we are talking about archibacteria, in case of this archibacteria, muramic acid is absent. So we are talking about first point, that is cell wall with respect to archaebacteria. And now that cell wall, these are the made up of material that is pseudo, word pseudo peptidoglycan or pseudomurine. Pseudo, that is false, right? So we are talking about there is a presence of this pseudomurine. So what is meaning of pseudo peptidoglycan? In this scenario, please remember this point. We just discussed one sugar, that is now N-acetyl muramic acid. So such type of this N-acetyl muramic acid, it is totally absent with respect to cell wall of archaebacteria, but this cell wall, it has pseudopeptidoglycan. So at the place of muramic acid, there is a presence of another sugar, that is N-acetyl talosamine. So we are writing that part, cell wall, that is pseudopeptidoglycan, peptidoglycan, or also called as the pseudomurine. It has the two part, one part that is peptide amino acid part, first part that is peptide, nothing but amino acid part, and the another part that is glycan, that is sugar part. In this scenario, just we discussed that is NAM is absent, right? But now at the place of this NAM, there is a presence of this NAT, N-A-T. So the another sugar is present. One is NA, N-acetyl glucosamine. Just wait. So I'm writing here because so write down here, that is NAT, another sugar, that is NAT. Okay, and NAT stand for N-acetyl talosamine. NAT, NAT, N-acetyl talosamine. Okay, so there is some difference with respect to eubacteria as well as the archaebacteria. First difference with respect to cell wall. Archaebacteria, it has the something a different cell wall, which is called as the pseudo. Why we are saying the pseudo? Because maximum portion is similar, but now in this scenario, at the place of muramic acid, there is an incorporation of talosamine, N-acetyl talosamine. So that's why we are saying cell wall, which is present in case of this archaebacteria, these are the pseudopeptidoglycan. Got it? Just wait, I think my screen is getting frozen. Okay. So next part we are talking about with respect to cell membrane.